Coffee Holics, welcome back. Today is another Americano day. In another video tutorial, I have shown you how to make iced Americano using instant coffee for 3 different cup sizes. Today, I'm going to share with you how to make the same drink, iced Americano, for 3 cup sizes, but this time we are going to use the espresso shots. What I'm holding here are pages out of my book, The Basic Barista. The way I organize the recipes are by section. So there are sections for espresso drinks, that means drinks that are using espresso shots from an espresso machine. There's also a section for espresso shots using a mocha pot. There's also a section for using cold brew and instant coffee, and a lot more. So if you haven't yet ordered a copy of the book, The Basic Barista, check out the description box below on how to order. The ebook is now available, but the hard copy is still being printed. So what I have here are just pages, the real pages from the book. So here we are looking at espresso iced drinks, and the way I have explained it in the book is quite detailed, as you will find out. So here it says that for 12 ounces cups, use single basket with about 7 to 9 grams of coffee. And for 16 and 22 ounces, use double basket and about 14 to 18 grams of coffee. And that's what we are going to do. What exactly is Americano? Americano is a very simple drink, but you cannot afford not to have this in your menu. A lot of people love to drink Americano, and more so these days, especially those that do not like to put milk in their coffee. So the ingredients very simple: coffee, water, and sugar is optional. This time I am going to make them vanilla Americano. So I'm going to use Monin vanilla syrup. For this, I'm going to use dark roast coffee beans. You may choose to make it medium roast depending on your coffee preference, and also water. So only 3 ingredients. Let's start by pulling our espresso shots. For those that do not know, we have 2 types of filter basket here. This is the single basket and this is the double basket. Single basket is normally used for 1 shot of espresso, double basket for double shot of espresso. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the single basket for my 12-ounce cup. So from this, I'm going to pull 2 shots of espresso. So it's going to be a long shot. So 2 ounces of espresso. For my 16 ounces, I'm going to switch from the single basket to the double basket. Okay, put that aside. Make sure your filter is dry. For my 16 ounces, I am going to pull 2 shots of espresso as well. So now for our 22 ounces, I'm going to use the same double basket, but this time I'm going to pull 3 shots of espresso. So once again, we're going to grind about 14 to 18 grams of coffee. Make sure it's clean. The reason why you want to make sure that it's clean is because you don't want any of the ground coffee to get into your drink. This time we are going to pour 3 ounces of coffee. So after you use your portafilter, just park it in the groove to keep it warm all the time. So there you go. Now we have pulled all our espresso shots. Just to summarize, for 12 ounces, I used single basket, 7 to 9 grams of coffee, and pulled 2 ounces of espresso. For my 16 ounces cup, what I did was to use about 14 to 18 grams of coffee, and then I pulled 2 shots of espresso using double basket. And for my 22 ounces, I pulled 3 shots of espresso using 14 to 18 grams of ground coffee. So that's it in a nutshell. This is a Monin vanilla and the pump is 5 ml or 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. One pump for my 12 ounces. For my 16, I'm going to put 2 pumps or 10 ml. And for my 22, I'm going to put 3 pumps or 15 ml of vanilla syrup. So there you go. Smelling so good. Let me just put this away. And now for the moment of truth. I love Americano, especially when they are brewed from the espresso machine. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to take off the flour here in case I ingest it. Well, it is actually edible. So this is the 12 ounces vanilla Americano. Wow, that is so strong. Very strong coffee. If you love your coffee Americano strong, this is it. I would probably prefer it to be a little bit sweeter than this. I love this one. Once again, it can be a little bit sweeter. And this is for the 22 ounces. Overdose of strong coffee here. Now, long shot, long espresso shot, but the taste is perfect. Now to summarize for the proportions that I use for these recipes, I find the perfect balance is the one for the 22 ounces. The middle one or the 16 ounces, slightly bitter, so maybe we might have to make it a little bit sweeter. In my original recipe for iced Americano using espresso shots, I would put 1 ounce of sugar syrup. And for the 12 ounces, I find that this is the most bitter one. It's a small cup, 12 ounces, and we use 2 shots of espresso, although we use only single basket or 7 to 9 grams of coffee. So for this, if I give it a shot by putting a little bit more sweetener, say I'll put another pump of my vanilla. Let's see how it changes the taste. Now that is better. So, of course, it's just a matter of balancing the bitterness of the coffee with the sweetness. But if you're using sugar syrup, you can follow the exact recipe in my book. That is 0.5 ounce of sugar syrup, 1 ounce of sugar syrup for 16 ounces, and 1.5 ounce of sugar syrup for the 22 ounces. Once again, you can also skip the sugar. Iced Americano using espresso shots. Now you will find these recipes along with over 500 other recipes in my book, The Basic Barista. Stay tuned for more of these video tutorials. In the meantime, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.